Guys, how's it going? This is Michael Shannon with Elite Physiques. Hope you guys are having some amazing holidays. We're getting ready to start the new year, 2014, which means I'm sure a lot of you guys are going to start thinking of some resolutions, and a lot of those happen to deal with health, fitness, nutrition, and so looking for ways to help you guys achieve those goals no matter what the circumstances may be. So as you can probably tell, I'm in my car right now. I'm driving, and over the holidays I'm actually doing a lot of driving. I drove from California to Indiana. Now I'm headed back to California. So I'm going to be in the car for about a total of 4 days, 4 long days throughout the holidays. It kind of got me thinking about ways, what can I do to work out while I'm in the car? A 15-hour day in the car doesn't give me a lot of opportunities to get a workout in. And so I started thinking, what about people that travel for work? What about people that sit in an office all day, right? A lot of people sit down a lot of the time. And so I wanted to come up with some ideas and some options for those kind of people that, whether you're in the car, whether you're a passenger in the car, on a plane, wherever you are, I'll give you some quick and simple exercises to make sure you're going to get a workout in no matter where you are. So the exercises that I've come up with are what we call isometric exercises, which means that we're going to be using our muscles, and we're going to be producing force on our muscles, but there's not going to be any movement. So if you think about if you're trying to push a brick wall or a house, right, you're not going to be moving anywhere. The house isn't going to move, but you're going to be exerting a lot of energy and force on your muscles trying to push that wall down or push that house forward. So these exercises are going to be the same concept. For all these exercises, what you want to do is you really want to focus your mind and muscles on the same task. So you want to think about the muscles you're working to help get that better squeeze, that better push on the muscles. And then for each of these exercises, I would hold it for 5 to 10 seconds, even up to 20 seconds, and do that 3, 5, maybe even 8 times of each exercise, okay? So the first thing we're going to do, we're going to go through some chest exercises. And these first few are just going to mimic a chest fly, right, with dumbbells or with a cord or the cable stacks, whatever it is. We're going to mimic a fly to really work the chest muscles, right? So the mind and muscles are going to work the chest. So what I'm going to do is, I'm going to start on the steering wheel. I'm just going to squeeze my hands together, right? So my arms are straight out. I'm going to squeeze my palms together. And as you can see, my hands aren't going anywhere, but I'm really working my chest, a little bit of my shoulders to try to squeeze my hands together, right? So now if you're not driving a car, you can start with your hands out, right? Push your palms together. It's the same movement. I'm still working my chest. I'm just going to squeeze my palms together. I'll hold it for 5 to 10 seconds, really focusing my mind to work my chest muscles. And I'm going to squeeze it 5 to 10 seconds. I'll take a quick little break, maybe 15 seconds. And I'll squeeze it again, still really focusing on the chest. All right, so that's a good movement for the chest. Another thing we can do is an actual push movement, right? So I'm going to start on the steering wheel here. Push my hands out. So I'm going to push my body, right? And I'm using my hands to, in effect, try to push my body back. Obviously, I'm not going anywhere, but I'm using my chest, I'm using my triceps to push my body back. All right, I'm going to hold it for 5 to 10 seconds. I'll take that break. Another cool thing about these isometrics is hand positioning will really affect the way you hit your muscles. So now the second time, I'm going to put my hands a little bit lower. So I'm still working my chest, but I'm working it a little bit differently, right? So I can press down here, I can press it here to the side, I can press up here at the top. And all 3 of those ways are working the chest, the shoulders, the triceps, but it's just going to hit it a little bit differently. Now, if you're not in a car, obviously you can press your desk, you can push against a wall, anything that's not going to move, and you're still going to work the chest and the triceps, okay? The next move we're going to do is going to also work the chest. This time we're going to bring the hands together, but we're going to bring the elbows up, right? So by bringing the elbows up, we're just going to squeeze our palms together. All right, so from this position, my elbows are up, pushing my palms together, focusing on my chest once again. And the same thing, 5 to 10 seconds, squeeze, really working the chest, keep the core muscles tight for the posture. I'm just going to squeeze, take a break, go through that 3, 5, maybe up to 8 times, right? Just squeeze it together, really working on the chest. Now the cool thing about this one is just by moving my elbows a little bit, so I'm going to go from my elbows up to the side, I'm going to bring my elbows down to my sides. All right, so now my elbows are tucked in. I'm going to push my palms together now. I'm still working the chest muscles a little bit, but now I'm also really bringing a lot of movement to the lats, right? So these big muscles here on the side of the back, I'm really using those lats to help push my hands together when my elbows are tucked in. So now this one with the elbows down is working chest and lats. So it's really good movement because you're going to get two muscles worked with one movement, okay? So that's another one we can do, chest and lats. Moving on to some back work. Another one we can do for the lats is just by putting your arms straight out. I'm going to press down through my hands, right? So now I'm going to push down against the steering wheel, and I'm really going to focus on the lats, right? So minds and muscles are working together. Pressing down, using those lats to pull those hands down, push down, and the same thing, 5 to 10 seconds, even up to 20 seconds. Working the lats, pressing it down. If you're not in a car, you can press against the dashboard. If you're the passenger, push down against your desk. But just make sure to keep those arms straight out and press those hands straight down. You're going to get a good lat workout, okay? Moving on, staying with the back. Now we're going to move to the middle of the back, right in between the shoulder blades. So this time what I'm going to do, it's a little more movement, but it's still isometric. I'm just going to pull my shoulders back, or my elbows back a little bit, and squeeze my shoulder blades together, right? So I'm pulling my shoulder blades all the way back, squeeze, 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 squeeze. Then I'll release. So it's a little harder to see the movement since I'm facing you. But the goal is to pretend like there's a pencil in between your shoulder blades or somebody's finger. You're just going to just press your shoulder blades against that pencil, try to hold that pencil in place. Pull the shoulder blades all the way back. Make sure to keep the shoulders down, right? We don't want to pull the shoulders up into the ears. Shoulders are relaxed, shoulder blades all the way back, squeezing, really focusing on those big muscles right in the middle of your back and those shoulder blades. You should feel that one. Really focus on feeling it in the middle of the back, okay? So now we've done 3 for the chest, we've done 3 for the back. Now we're going to go to some arms and shoulders. So this one's pretty easy. We're actually going to press against ourselves. All right, so we can do this one anywhere. So I'm going to start with my right hand on the top, left hand on the bottom. What I'm doing is I'm pressing down with my right hand. So I'm working the tricep, right, the back of my right arm to press down with my right hand. And I'm using my left hand to press up. So I'm using the bicep of my left arm. I'm just pressing against my own body, right, hand against hand, working the tricep in my right arm, bicep in my left arm. I'll do a few of those. Shake it out, switch sides, and I'm going to use the tricep in my left hand, my left arm, and the bicep in my right arm. So I'm just pressing down, pressing up against myself, and now I'm getting the arms working. Last thing we do with the upper body is just abs, right? So just take the core muscles, suck that belly button in, squeeze the belly button in, squeeze those abs, right? Get those abs as tight as we can, squeeze, squeeze, squeeze it, just hold it. So you should really feel everything right through the middle of the core. I'll release it, take a little break. Smooth road. Squeeze it again, right? So just constricting those abs, holding as long as I can, right? 10 seconds. Nice tight abs, working the core, okay? So all these exercises are simple things that we can do. It's not going to get you in bodybuilding shape, right? We're not going to enter any competitions just from these isometric exercises. But if you should happen to miss my boot camp, or you can't make it to your personal training session because you're traveling or you get stuck at work, these like 7 or 8 simple movements are going to allow you just to keep that tone, allow you to move your muscles so you're not doing absolutely nothing, okay? So try these out wherever you are. Next time you're sitting down, next time you can't get out of work, try these out, see what you think. And as always, if you have any questions, you want some help, need some better ideas, feel free to give me a call, shoot me an email, and we'll make sure we get you guys going. You guys be safe out there on New Year's Eve. Looking forward to getting y'all going in the new year with all your resolutions. All right, guys, have a good one.